would have thought?
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
So I am filming another video in the same position, wearing the same outfit. So today I thought, right, I have tools to make jewelry, and I've already made a necklace. Well, I technically made 3. I made a choker that was actually a bit too small for my friend. I do wonder if it broke because I also made this, but it broke, so I'm gonna make another one. But this time I want to make a nice bracelet. Basically, I just wanted to do a video where I was making my jewelry. We could discuss some topics, you know, update each other on what's going on. And yeah, I also wanted to do one of these where I like actually do some research on the topic, but I didn't do that. So we're just gonna talk about whatever I know or just whatever I'm thinking about. I think I'm gonna write the topics down so I don't forget. Get yourself a snack, get yourself a drink, okay? It can be a soothing herbal tea. It can be an ice cold juice or fizzy drink. It can be an alcoholic beverage. It's anything you want, okay? I just need you to sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. If you have a jewelry kit, make some jewelry yourself. If you're doing some crochet, do your crochet, maybe embroider. It doesn't really matter, honestly. You can sit and watch and do nothing, or you can sit and watch and do something. This is like the kind of thing you can put on like as you clean your room or whatever. It's up to you. I think I'm gonna mostly just come up with topics as I go. The glasses are going on because your girl cannot see like that. I don't know what kind of vibe we're gonna go for in terms of the bracelet. I don't know if you want to see what it is that I'm doing, but it's like, we're not doing a jewelry tutorial here. We're just happening to be making jewelry as we do all this. Okay, so I feel like we could just start with an update. Right, so let's talk about the channel. So I've technically had this channel for like a year, but I didn't start uploading properly until quarantine. You know what, my thing is, like, I have had like several YouTube channels over the years, and then I've always been like, either, you know what, I just wasn't ready for it and my content wasn't where I wanted it to be, and I didn't have a clear vision of what it is that I wanted to post. Not saying that I do now, because if you look at my videos, like, is there really correlation? I don't know. But yeah, there's that, or I would just be ashamed of my YouTube channel, which is stupid because it's like, bro, do these people pay your bills? Do these people keep you housed? Do these people make you happy? No. So why bother with what they think? And even if it was my parents and they do keep me housed, they do make me happy or whatever, you just gotta choose carefully which opinions to take on, because it's like, so basically I started posting properly in April, I want to say, and so we hit 100 subscribers this week, I want to say. I think what was funny for me in the beginning was because I started my first channel so long ago, I forgot what it was like to like start the channel and have like absolutely no one there on the channel. Like, I was like, is this normal? Like, am I like private? Like, can no one see me? But no, that's just the algorithm. I was like, can anyone ever grow on YouTube? Because it's like, I started this and not one person can see it, you know? I don't know if this is even real. Like, is this all in my head and I'm the only one that can see it? But I'm like, how does the algorithm work? Like, how will anyone ever find my videos? Because in the beginning, I didn't tell anyone about my channel. Like, not even my brother. I just didn't tell anyone. I just uploaded videos. I think I needed that period so that I could get used to like being back on YouTube and just existing before I started to deal with other people's opinions, if you get me. It was funny though, because the moment that I did actually post my like channel on my Instagram, that was like a huge moment for me in terms of like confidence, because I was so, it's like, I feel like I've moved past the insecurity of that, but at the same time I was so worried. I was just like, what are people gonna think? But then I was like, who actually cares? Like, the people that I was worried about what they were gonna think were people that I didn't really care about, like people that didn't really mean that much to me. So it's like, why would you allow them to have such a big stake on like what it is that you do with your life? You feel me? Makes no sense. But yeah, I posted that and I didn't get any negative responses. And if people were talking about me behind my back, which I doubt they were, because I don't think anyone cares that much, that's their business, not mine. So I feel like I'm being very like mellow. Like this is what happens when I socialize. I have all this energy and then I'm just like, there's something that made me laugh recently. Like, okay, initially I was gonna come on here and low-key start ranting about like feminist theory. I don't know why, okay, but I've just been thinking, you know? And I'm just like, some of this don't add up. And I don't mean some of feminist theory, okay? I'm talking about like just life. In my culture and a lot of cultures all over the world, obviously, when you get married, you pay a dowry, okay? Specifically with Rantan culture, I think it's like the same all across Africa, to be fair, but it's like, even in this modern day, I think it can kind of be substituted for like different things. So like, okay, let's say it's my dream world and you know what if I keep saying Mark Lee, and then one day I meet Mark Lee and he's like, oh, let me watch your videos. I'm like, no. Not saying that he'll like fall in love with me or whatever, but it's like, imagine, let's just say I had the opportunity to be friends with Mark Lee. He'd be like, you're a fucking stalker. And I'd be like, I'm not, but like, you are my point of reference for everything. But anyway, let's say Mark Lee comes up to my parents and he's like, dude, like, how does he speak again? Why is it that I'm always talking in an American accent, but like when it comes to actually trying to imitate someone, I can't, even though he's not American. Like the Canadian accent is close enough to the like American one, okay? So let's not think too much about that. Anyway, let's just say he comes up and he's like, dude, I want to marry your daughter. He's got to pay, first of all, he's got to pay my parents in order to marry me, but not only he's got to pay, he's got to pay cows, okay? And my dad was like, in this modern age, I still want whoever comes to marry you to pay cows. I was like, you know, it's kind of funny in this day and age because now it's like, what are we gonna do with the cows? Okay, my garden is not big enough for the cows, okay? So if you want multiple cows, you're gonna have to buy a farm. Anyway, we're not talking about the cows though. I just find it crazy how like we just accept that, you know, men have to like pay this dowry and all this to take your hand in marriage. But it's like, think about it. In the beginning, women were the property of their households, as in like their father's property. In order to get married, then that's passing them on to another man to be their property. They couldn't like open a bank account back in the day without, you know, a male escort. And there are still women all over the world in different countries that do not have the same rights as men and are seen as the property of their father's household or their husband's household. And it's just kind of fucked up. Like, not to be very feminist, but like, I don't want my mans to pay my dad cows. First of all, how are you gonna put a cow value on me? Okay, I'm with all the cows, okay? All the cows. Even if I wasn't with all the cows, I mean, no, I'm with all the cows. But like, why are you paying for me? I'm not going into this marriage as your property. You feel me? So why are you paying to take my hand in marriage? Just take my hand in marriage if I let you. Even, you know what, even marriage itself just kind of stresses me out a little bit, because it's like, if I don't think too deep into it, it's not a big deal. But then when I do think into it, it's like the same thing with the cows, because my dad has to walk me down the aisle to take me to another man who, when I then become his property in God's eyes, like, make it make sense. Yeah, this bracelet's looking a bit ugly. Let me just quickly remove that. I think I might just make my own remixed version of a wedding. You know what I'm trying to say is like, it just doesn't sit right with me. I want to be able to have a partner that's gonna help me design my own wedding. Like, obviously everyone designs their own wedding, but like, I want it completely different. I don't know how I want it, but I want it completely different. And I want it to reflect me, and I want it to reflect my partner, and I want it to reflect our healthy values, okay? I really like a lot of aspects of general marriages, I really do. But then it's like, some things I'm just like, my future husband's out there, like, cows, where am I gonna get cows? This is the thing as well. I don't have any preferences when it comes to dating, whether it comes to which race. So just imagine, I'm just imagining, okay, a person that isn't black or isn't from Africa, and like you're like, yeah, well, so if we're gonna get married, you know, you need to give my dad a couple of cows, okay? Because otherwise we can't get married. Anyways, just in general, like sometimes I just think about how like, you know, some women like they're cautious to say that they're feminists, so they're cautious to educate themselves on like feminist theory and stuff, because they're like, oh, but if I say I'm a feminist, then like no man's gonna like me. First of all, let's just say they didn't. What are you gonna do? Die? Like, you're still gonna live a fabulous life, okay? Second of all, would you really want a man that didn't like really care about your rights like that? Because I wouldn't. For me, if you don't think about these things and if you don't want to improve these things, why would you be in my business anyway? Okay, another thing I'm gonna talk about. I would like to hear if all my citizens are in the house. Yes, I'm gonna talk about NCT 2020. Honestly, I'm so excited. Like there aren't even words that can describe my excitement. From the time that I became a baby citizen to now, I have been waiting, okay? Because I just about missed out on NCT 2018. God knows why, okay? God knows why. But I will not miss out on NCT 2020. I don't know what it is about, like, these people are all in one group and yet we're all so intent on seeing them interact with each other, but it's like you guys are in the same group, but at the same time they don't even hang out like they are in the same group. So I'm like, but either way, I just really enjoy NCT's concept, and I really think that if they utilized it even more often, they could be more popular. And NCT 2018, when you think about it, that was popular, but like you can just see how popular NCT 2020 is about to be today. I mean, about to be already. Like what I would do for a literally NCT OT23 concert, wow, I genuinely think I'd probably faint in the crowd. Like, thing is with Super M, right? I went to see Super M. That was my first concert. No, my first K-pop concert. I was so gassed, having so much fun. Bear in mind, like, on a daily, unless it's like a song like Drip by Super M, they're not like a group that I just stand out of no reason. And I don't necessarily stan them. I just keep up with them because, you know, my boy Mark Lee's in there, Taeyoung's in there. I have to do what I have to do. But going to that concert was so good. I feel like if it was just any K-pop group that I was aware of, I think that I would have had a great time anyway. So I'm like, imagine if it's like NCT, okay? That's my alt group. That's like them bitches, okay? I would be so gassed, I think I would die. Like I genuinely think I would die. Like something in me would just spontaneously combust and it would be over. Wavy, honestly, out of all the groups, I think sometimes that their concept and everything is like the most catered to me, okay? They never have a bad title track, never, okay? The talent in that group is truly immense. It's really crazy. The vibes are just immaculate. I don't know, I don't even know how to describe it. The vibes are just immaculate. That group is perfection and yet they are so underrated. Okay, for all the people that don't stan NCT, you probably clicked off by now, but if you didn't, I'm gonna stop talking about NCT now. This is completely random, but like, what do you think about soulmates, okay? Because, so, ages ago when I went to get my key cut for this house, this is stupid when I'm gonna say this out loud, but the guy who was cutting my key gave me, he had like zodiac sign keys, okay? But the guy didn't ask me what my zodiac sign was. He just cut me a key and gave me the key. And the sign on the key was Pisces. And Pisces and Cancer are very compatible, okay? So I'm just like, listen, if my soulmate isn't a Pisces, then what's going on? Like, what was the point of the key? I know that it could just be random, but it's like, why would it just be random? Make it make sense that you didn't even ask me what my star sign was, dude. Like, he had all the options of all the keys and he gave me Pisces, okay? And Pisces just happens to be super compatible. I don't know, like, if you ask me, it looks like Loki, my soulmate, is a Pisces. However, I don't know, it's really difficult because there's a lot of not Cancerian elegy? do I speak English? Energy in my chart. Like, I'm a Leo rising. I've grown up around 2 Leos. I have a Gemini Venus. Like, I just kind of, I don't know. I have dominant Cancer energy in me. But at the same time, there's like a lot of battling energy because I'm just out there with my Leo energy, and like she always wants to come out, but I'm like, you know, a bit more reserved because that Cancer energy. I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Like, I can't remember what my original, like what we were even talking about. Even if they're not like a person that's super compatible with Cancer, I feel like it wouldn't be a big deal because it's more about the person, it's not about your star sign. I feel like for me, astrology is more about like being able to understand some people's like inner motivations. I don't know how astrology works, okay, but it is hella accurate when you look at your whole chart, you know. And it's like, it's just for fun for me. I don't understand like this thing of being like super against it, okay? Like, it's just astrology. Like, if you don't believe in it, you do you, it doesn't matter. But for me, I enjoy it. I find it really fun to like find out people's star signs and their rising and just like everything that's going on in their chart, because it's just so interesting, okay? I think as well, as someone who just like kind of rocks around with social anxiety, it kind of gives me this false sense of being able to kind of understand where people are coming from a bit better, if that makes sense. Like, yes, empathy is there, it exists, I have a lot of it, but sometimes being able to just see, you know what, maybe it's not a case that they just don't like you or they're feeling this kind of way, blah 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 blah, they're just a freaking Virgo, you know? Okay, why are we talking about astrology? We're supposed to be talking about soulmates. It's like, do you ever think like, let's say soulmates are real, what are the real odds that out of all the billions of people on this planet, you're gonna just somehow meet your soulmate? Like, how do I know that my soulmate isn't in Australia or Italy? Probably not Italy. Apparently Italians are very racist, but you get my gist. I feel like soulmates are a great concept to think about, but like in reality, where would these people be coming from? Where? I would love to see them. I would like to believe they exist, but where? And if there's one person, like, is it one soulmate or is it multiple soulmates? You know? Because how do you really know like this one person is the right person for you? Maybe if you were in a different situation and you chose a different path, this other person could be your soulmate. I don't know. I just think it's an interesting concept. I just don't believe that it's like one person has just been destined for you the whole time. Like, make it make sense. What if that person died? Then you just wouldn't have a soulmate? Like, I don't know. It's an interesting concept to think about. And I've definitely read many like Red String of Fate fanfics in my day, but I just don't know. So this is what we're working with. She's looking very ghetto because, like I said, I tried to get rid of half of it and then it didn't work. So we're just gonna pretend that I was making a pretty one, but I was actually just beading things for show. I could have just sat here talking actually and not beading anything because that was unsuccessful, okay? That was unsuccessful to say the least. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed this. I hope this is relaxing, something you could just, I don't know, switch on while you clean or just to vibe with me. Yeah. If you like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you would like me to like do this but like with an actual topic, let me know. And also, if you have any points about anything that I spoke about, please let me know in the comments. And I will see you next week. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and follow me on my Instagram if you're still watching. I probably should have said that in the beginning actually, but it's not really a big deal. But yeah, I'll see you next week.